Hi everybody, this is Egge from the Swedish Dropzone Commander blog. In the last tournament we had here in Sweden, we had a one-day event and I took some random footage and I thought I'd present them like this. First thought to do this with, as I did before, with a lot of comments, but that's a lot of written text and a combination of a video. It really doesn't work, so we're gonna try this and see how it works out. The event we had was a one-day tournament, a small one, 6 players. Smart little thing was that the organizer decided to have 3 possible missions in each round, and when everybody had an opponent, he rolled the die to see which mission everybody would play. So you had one round where it was focused on infantry, one round on focal points, and one round a little bit of the mix. It worked really well. I highly recommend it to other players or organizers. It's a smart little system to show everybody which missions are possible in which round, and people can plan for that but still need to make a really balanced list. So in Sweden we like to make things more, we like to think we are more important than we really are. So we are 9.6 million people, and in Britain there are 64.1 million people, I think. So that means that our 6 participants actually equal 40 people in Britain. Sweden. So in this first clip I actually just show the aftermatch of the first game.
So after game 1 I got 12-8. I massively underestimated the reactive fire from the veterans against the Desolator. They made 5 damage points in 1 reactive fire.
I recommend the unit of veterans in a bus, because when they are on the table and not inside a kraken, the reactive fire of hitting on 2+ in normal, that means +2 for reactive fire and +1 because they shoot out of the bus. Still hits on 5+, but it's energy 7, and that's really good reactive fire. It's a reason why rapiers are one of the best reactive fire units in the game. The problem is that if you do a reactive fire, you cannot jump out or into a building, which is the usual purpose of having infantry in a transport. So as an opponent you can actually try to draw them out. In this case they actually made a lot of damage on my Desolator, so it might not have been worth it, but still, it was a good opportunity and I took it, and it failed horribly.
Hurt a lot. So as always I was very aggressive with the Desolator, so I lost him in turn 3.
I have now played in about 10 to 15 tournaments and I still haven't learned to hold the Desolator back. Because if you use him to be aggressive in turn 4, 5, 6, he can still hold the focal point, and now that is very important. But I have a tendency to still be very aggressive with him. He can soak up a lot of fire and make sure that your lighter dropships are a bit more safe. But you tend not to win on kill points in that way. So if you're like me, it's easy to be very aggressive with the Desolator and just jump forward very early to blow off your load very early. Wait, that didn't sound right.
In the end I got off 2 objectives, held 1, and he got 1 off and held 1, so, and 1 on kill points, so 12-8 to me. As you know, I'm testing a bit of an experimental army.
Experimental army. My way of saying that I brought an army that I didn't really think worked.
Especially these guys. They were massively exactly as I thought. They entered turn 2, missed. Next turn they missed and didn't damage. Turn after that they missed, and turn after that they actually made 1 damage point, and in the last turn they didn't show up.
I played these guys in several tournaments and I never seen them do anything even remotely close to being useful.
So they were interestingly still very bad. For the Annihilator, it shot twice actually. Once was against the Free Riders. I thought it was going to be pretty decent as long as I rolled a 4+, rolled a 1. So I didn't even get to place the template. Then I shot at the building, made 6 damage points if we didn't get it right. Double damage against the building, demolished 2, and a template. So if anyone have a comment about that, please go ahead, let me know. Otherwise, the army went pretty much as expected. It's not very intended for a highly competitive tournament, but it's pretty good when you're co-arranging it and insert some units that you don't consider fully optimal. And the table was a standard one. So we will take a little look at the other tables as well later on.
Why did I show the table? I could just said that it was the paper train. Either way, next clip shows PHR versus UCM at the end of turn 5, and it shows a situation that I think is very interesting. Check it out.
So this is still the first game. This is between our Danish friend. He went to the southern part of Sweden. Went also the Danish tournament was your first tournament, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's impressively how bad English I can get when I try to improvise, and especially when you speak to Swedish people, because you're not used to the language. It's not as easy as when you have a script. Not that I need a script now.
So right now it says 2-2 here, if I understood correctly.
Yep.
And we have one search here. Which turn are you in?
6.
6. So, and that's a hard search.
Yes, 6.
So a 6 here will mean that PHR win.
Can win.
And otherwise it's a draw.
Can win. This shows a very interesting point with Dropzone Commander. You have a PHR player here that have the possibility to find objective and might win, otherwise it's a draw. And you have the UCM player that needs to do everything he can to stop the PHR player from even searching for the objective. Even a hard 6 is still a possibility for him to win, so you need to make sure he does everything to stop the opponent from even making the search roll. And this is one of the defining things of a good player in Dropzone Commander, because the best player tend to get a couple of more hard searches. He enter a building, get one search, might get out or use the unit another way, but if he find an objective, he take it and get out. And this is a difference between the better and the worst players, because the better player will get more search rolls in missions like Targets of Opportunity and Military Complex, while denying the opponent to do the same.
So the guys decided to do the final search here as well, so let's see how it goes. And that's a 5. So it's a draw.
Also in the next clip, take a note on the terrain, because it's the cut or N scale terrain, and they look really good, but it's very, very expensive. But N scale is the correct scale for Dropzone Commander, and if you have the economical situation to be able to buy them, do so, because they are really, really good.
So Björn is playing his first tournament after the second last invasion.
Fun fact, Björn is actually in English directly translated beer. Sweden.
And return to the big city of Växjö. And Jens goes here because we are still the central part of Sweden when it comes to Dropzone Commander.
That Red Bull drinking beardy guy, Jens, has actually done a remarkable work in Gothenburg in Sweden to get a lot of players active, and we might even be able to look forward to having a championship up to 16, maybe even 20 players if everything goes as it should be. So he's done a great job with that. He's also been at Invasion a couple of times, so if you are going to Invasion in January, chances are you will meet him as well. Oh, and if we reach 20 players, that means 93 players in Britain. Just to compare. Sweden.
And right now we have... what's the score right now?
I have 2 objectives off the table. Björn has 1 objective off the table. I'm still searching for the 3rd objective, while Björn is searching for his 2nd objective.
So that's a big fight in there, yeah.
Yes, next turn is going to be a big fight, and that's the last turn.
Yeah. How did Medusa, how are they faring? Still alive? Both?
No. Just one of them, and it's just half alive.
Half alive. Is it 5 left on her? Yeah. Yeah. Shaltari is a bitch when it comes to able to damage armor 1 things.
Last I heard at Invasion was that the Medusa is going to get a point increase, so it's not going to cost 90 points anymore. The next clip shows a rule question me and Stefan had in the last round, and it's rather interesting, but I think we solved it in the right way.
So we came up with a new stupid question regarding direct deployment, and you see this little guy with 2 modes, either flying or standing still. So may he or may he not direct deploy? We said he can because we think that Apollos can.
So one of the more important things about Dropzone Commander is to have good sportsmanship and, like me, not being bitter when something doesn't go your way.
And while I was getting camera, Stefan took out the scimitars and said that I have deployed finished. So this little beautiful line is, yeah, I don't consider it really fair, Stefan, but yeah, sure, I got away and I got the camera. Thanks, man.
See? Not bitter. Next.
Sweden, we have a question. What happens if you take and strap a sandwich to a cat on the back of the cat with the butter up and then release it from a large building? What happens then?
God, my English is so bad. There are definitely times when I should have used a script.
So here we have Free Riders versus Medusa. 2 Medusa actually. Medved, you need to paint.
In the next clip you will see an important part of my and Stefan's game, the last game, and you will see where the Desolator is, and you will see the damage markers as well. So, as usually, I just blow off my load way too early. No, wait!
Alright, Stefan, how has the game been going?
Pretty good. I have a chance to destroy your commander.
Yeah. 1 round of shooting those 2 guys took out 4 damage points of the Desolator. I hear it might look a little more grim.
Yeah.
You haven't still any of your infantry on table. This is the start of turn 4.
The mission we are playing is Ground Control Plus, so we need to have a lot of ground units, and we both were very careful with the infantry. The problem is that Stefan had fast movers, the Archangels, and they're really good at taking out light dropships. So I entered with my infantry and jumped from building to building, while he didn't enter at all with his infantry, and just moving into the first building he could see, which he could have done in turn 1, would enable him to start shooting at building where my infantry was at and making falling masonry damage. So he would have made maybe 25-30 damage points on the building, and that's quite a lot in the long run.
And the Anlater actually got off 1 shot against the heavy Gladius, killed 1, and then the other Gladius decided to jump up and try to get away.
The Anlater just really can't keep up with the rest of the army. I'm very proud of my ability to lose my units in very stupid manners, and the Anlater just didn't die once. So next clip shows the 2 Medusas battling a resistance army. 1 Medusa has a lot of firepower, as you will see.
How's the game going?
I have no idea.
Yeah, what I heard about the Alexander.
Medusa just killed Alexander in 1 round. With a little help from the Zeus. But,
1 Medusa or 2?
1 Medusa.
Where are they? They are right there.
Over there.
So the Alexander were about
There.
right there, alright. Yeah, so 2 Medusa in such a case, yeah. They are undamaged as well.
This is the... Let's look down that when it happened.
Yeah, okay. So only 1 Medusa killed it off. Yeah. Alright. Otherwise...
With the help of the Zeus. The Zeus took 1 damage
Yeah,
point
to 1 damage point as well.
And then the Medusa go to NG 13 hits.
Yeah. How's it going with the big battle group?
It's getting killed as usual.
You hear the rattling dices, it means that someone is nervous and they consider it a good game.
Yeah.
They're too weak. There is.
Yeah. And Anjo, how's it going for you? Not good. That's a fine summary.
No comment.
No comment. Yeah, keep going.
A little hint, if you have a small tournament after round 2 or something like that, rearrange the tables, because people would start playing on the same table again, and it's a little more fun with the variation. In the next clip we show off the last game that didn't finish, again Jens. My wife keeps saying that it's very easy to mock Jens. He has that type of face, I think it's beard.
So, the last table of this massive tournament. Turn 3 in the middle of turn 3, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. Do you have any highlights so far?
Well, the Dream Snare was killed in turn 2.
The Dream Snare. I can zoom that far with this camera, so let's do that.
And the Coyote was killed in turn 3.
Yeah.
They had Hades, both of them.
Both of them by the Hades. Yeah. The Hades, not the Commander. You have two big ones here.
Commander has yet made a shot. So.
Yeah, okay, haven't even shot yet, alright.
Well, he has shot, but he hasn't hit.
Yeah. Have anything gone on your way? Otherwise, Jens?
I have killed 3 of the infantry light dropships with the war spears.
So the War Spears are doing good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And Gate has survived.
Reaction fire from 2 phobos.
Yeah, nice.
3 hits, I think you made on plastics.
Yeah.
And the Fire Drake managed to take 1 damage.
Yeah.
2 turns of shooting.
Yes.
We have 3 very specific tables here. Andreas, you have been here. You never been here before. Do you feel that any of these 3 tables are your preference? Which one is the best?
Like the
paper
table?
The first table, the paper train.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jens?
I'm not sure actually. I have no preference.
You have no preference.
No, I have no
You
preference.
have no preference.
In this instance, I have no preference.
Yeah. Okay. Stefan? Your choice.
I'm on this table.
Yeah. I also like these type of buildings. Expensive, like hell, but really beautiful.
So finally we have the last clip before you can just walk away from this video. We have Jens talking about the Swedish meta, and with 6 players it's actually a pretty good run for the Swedish meta because we are not that many players.
Det var gott att vi blev 6 stycken. Jag tror att vi bara skulle bli 4 faktiskt.
Ja, men det är kul.
Så bara dyker Björn upp om jag.
Alright Jens, tell me in English what happens, what can the first and second position show us?
So, well, the Swedish meta just changed. What happened is that first and second place had fast movers, so fast movers are totally legit. And oddly enough, it seems that Corsairs beats War Spears because Corsairs and Egge finished first.
Corsairs! I always said they were the best!